The three crime-solving musketeers at New York City's Arconia are getting started on their brand new case. After 2 successful seasons of hunting down murderers, the team of Only Murders in the Building, 2021 present, is returning with an all-new 3rd season, and we couldn't be more excited. Created by Steve Martin and John Hoffman, the comedy-drama series is set in New York and follows an oddball trio of true crime fans and neighbors who team up to investigate mysterious deaths in their prestigious apartment building, the Arconia. The mystery comedy drama has been critically acclaimed for its unique narrative of crime fiction, but most notably for the performances and on-screen chemistry of the cast members. The first season of Only Murders in the Building released in August 2021, followed by a second season released in June 2022. Upon its release, the first season set the record for being the most-watched comedy premiere in Hulu history and the most-streamed TV series across all U.S. platforms during its release week. The streak continued for the second as well, including numerous accolades and several Primetime Emmy nominations, making Only Murders in the Building a favorite for critics and fans alike. In July 2022, during the second season's run, the series was greenlit for a 3rd season. And now, with the latest teaser and the cast announcements, especially with the additions of Meryl Streep and Paul Rudd, it looks like the upcoming 3rd season is only going to get bigger and better. The first 2 seasons of the mystery comedy fed us with many twists and turns and yet managed a satisfactory ending. But Season 2 left us with a huge cliffhanger, a 3rd murder that will once again rattle the brains of our favorite trio as they dive into the investigation. To satisfy all your curiosity and anticipation of what's coming and what to expect from the upcoming season of the popular series, here's our handy guide on everything we know so far about Only Murders in the Building Season 3, including the season's plot, cast, characters, and more. So, get ready true crime fans, because a new murder is afoot. When is Only Murders in the Building Season 3 coming out? Hulu has not yet announced the release date for Only Murders in the Building Season 3, most probably because the season is currently in production. But the first season dropped in August, and the second one in June. And now, with the latest teaser release, it's likely that we'll be returning to the Arconia soon, most likely in the summer of 2023. You can watch this space for the latest news on the release date of Only Murders in the Building Season 3. Meanwhile, if you aren't caught up on the first 2 seasons, then you can do it right away since both seasons are currently streaming on Hulu. How many episodes are there in Only Murders in the Building Season 3? At the moment, there is no update on the episodes for Only Murders in the Building. However, the last 2 seasons had 10 episodes each, so the upcoming 3rd season is also expected to follow suit. Is there an Only Murders in the Building Season 3 trailer? There's good news and bad news. The bad news is that if you are expecting a full-length trailer for the 3rd season of Only Murders in the Building, there isn't any at the moment, but the good news is that Hulu just dropped a teaser for the upcoming season, and as short as it is, it's as good as a trailer. Released on March 13th, the first Only Murders in the Building Season 3 teaser introduces Meryl Streep and Paul Rudd, where Rudd's character, Ben, drops dead on the stage while performing. The scenes cut to Charles, Oliver, and Mabel once again faced with a homicide, and they seem quite excited, followed by a setting that looks like a table read session where the 3 of them are sitting, along with Ben and Streep's character. She seems to be going through a script and has missed her cue. So, we can guess that she's also an actor in Oliver's new play. From the teaser, it's not hard to estimate that the 3rd season will be equally thrilling, or even more, as the previous seasons, with many plot twists and surprises from each character. Watch this space for the latest updates on the trailer and clips from Only Murders in the Building Season 3, as and when they become available. Meanwhile, watch the teaser video in the player above. Who's in the Only Murders in the Building Season 3 cast? The stellar cast of Only Murders in the Building is the show's biggest appeal, particularly the 3 stars who play detectives. Steve Martin as Charles Hayden Savage, Martin Short as Oliver Putnam, and Selena Gomez as Mabel Mora headline the cast of the crime comedy and are a fan-favorite trio. For a quick background, Charles is a retired actor and star of the hit 1990s crime drama, Brazos. Oliver is an eccentric, ambitious, but financially struggling Broadway director who comes up with the idea of a true crime podcast called Only Murders in the Building. And Mabel is a young artist who is living in her aunt's apartment at the Arconia who befriends Charles and Oliver when her childhood friend gets murdered. As for other possible returning cast members, we might see Amy Ryan as Jan Bellows, Charles's former love interest, and or Jane Lynch as Saz Pataki, Charles's stunt double and sort of friend. Though she is in prison, Jan helped Charles with the second case, so she might return in a guest role, as could Saz. Andrea Martin will also be returning for the new season, as revealed in a Twitter post by Gomez. Martin stars as Joy, Charles's longtime makeup artist and love interest. Since each season has a new murder to solve, there are always new members added to the cast, while retaining some of the earlier ones. But the third season has raised the bar with 21-time Academy Award nominee and 3-time winner, Meryl Streep. Interestingly enough, this season is sort of a reunion for Streep and Martin, who had last appeared together in the romantic comedy feature, It's Complicated, 2009. Her character in the series is still unknown, but from the teaser, we can assume she's an actor. Golden Globe-nominated actor and MCU star Paul Rudd was also announced as part of the cast in August 2022. He appears as Ben Gilroy, the victim of the third season. Rudd's last series role was in Apple TV Plus's 2021 black comedy drama, The Shrink Next Door. And that's not all. The lineup for the season 3 cast keeps getting better. As per the latest news, Emily in Paris star Ashley Park has also joined the season's cast. Jesse Williams, Grey's Anatomy, was previously announced as part of the cast as well, playing a documentarian who develops an interest in our leading trio and their latest cast. Who are the creators of Only Murders in the Building? Steve Martin and John Hoffman co-created Only Murders in the Building for Hulu. Hoffman is an actor, screenwriter, director, and producer who is best known for writing and co-starring in the Disney Channel original film Northern Lights and his directorial debut, Good Boy. He has also contributed as a writer and producer for the HBO series Looking and the Netflix series Grace and Frankie. A genuine Hollywood icon, Steve Martin needs very little introduction. The actor, comedian, writer, producer, and musician is a winner of 5 Grammy Awards, a Primetime Emmy Award, and an Honorary Academy Award. He is most known for his stand-up comedy and iconic comedy films like Father of the Bride, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, and Cheaper by the Dozen, as well as the Pink Panther film series, among many others. Martin also wrote the song Angels and Flip-Flops for the second season of Only Murders in the Building. The original score for both seasons is composed by musician Siddhartha Khosla, frontman of the New York-based band, Goldspot. Khosla is also credited for composing the score for NBC's This Is Us, Hulu's Runaways, and ABC's The Neighbors, among others. Both Hoffman and Martin also serve as executive producers along with Short, Gomez, Dan Fogelman, Jess Rosenthal, and Jamie Babbitt. When and where is Only Murders in the Building Season 3 filming? The filming for Only Murders in the Building Season 3 began in January 2023 in New York City, and the season is currently under production. Here's a little factoid for those who are wondering if the Arconia really exists. The Belnord, 225 West 86th Street, was used to film the exterior shots of the fictional apartment building. That's one location fans would certainly be eager to return to. What is the story of Only Murders in the Building Season 3? Only Murders in the Building Season 3 will obviously pick up from where Season 2 ended. Charles, Oliver, and Mabel live in the upscale Arconia building in New York and are obsessed with true crime. When a murder happens in the building, they connect over their favorite podcast and realize that they themselves have gotten embroiled in the incident. They start investigating when Oliver comes up with the idea of starting their own podcast about the case. The first season saw Mabel's childhood friend, Tim Kono, getting killed, and it later turned out that Jan, Charles's love interest, is the killer. Then, they get caught up in the murder of another resident and Arconia's board president, Bunny Folger, where they become the key suspects. As they dig deeper, they unravel secrets of other residents, as well as of the building, that date back years. Finally, they manage to find the murderer and life goes back to normal. Or so it seems. It has been a year since the events of Bunny's death, and Oliver is returning to Broadway with his new play, featuring Ben Glenroy as the lead actor. In the ending scene of the second season, we see Ben die on stage in the middle of his performance. So, the third season will most likely be about the backstory of the play and the problems that are sure to arise now that our heroes have become associated with yet another murder. Third time's the charm. Along with that, the trio will be back in business, discovering explosive lies and complex secrets of their new friends and enemies. As Oliver once said, "Oh my God, the twists and turns of this are unbelievable. It's like a rainbow crafted by a drunken leprechaun."